Hello everyone, welcome to Jupiter in the 6th house with all aspects. This video is good for you if you have Jupiter 6 houses away from your ascending sign. Good also for Western charts. Make sure you have equal house or sign for a house. If you're new to my channel, sub below. Let's begin. What then is the 6th house in your chart, everyone? The 6th house represents the daily chores of life, your health issues, your concern with order and cleanliness. It's about litigation and conflict with others, but also service to others. But in the Vedic system, Jupiter lights up like a lamp the houses that he aspects far more brightly than he does where he sits. So in your case, Jupiter is expanding and lighting your 10th house of career, your 12th house of foreign lands, expenses, and your 2nd house of family and wealth. And who is Jupiter? Jupiter is guru or guide, the pure spiritual being who takes us away from the mire of this material world by giving us the greatest gift, the gift of wisdom and insight. He is our greatest benefactor. Jupiter is also Karaka or significator for your wealth, for your children, your education, marriage in a female chart, and also elder brother. So what happens when the high-minded entity Jupiter is in the 6th house of your chart? First and foremost, he will expand the interests of these houses. So he will expand your concern with your own health and everybody else's health. I have seen so many people interested in healing and health with this Jupiter 6th house. You can be really interested in finding alternative healing methods also. But your first and foremost concern is to be of service to the world and of service to other people. Very often you want to help other people in regard to their health, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen people in medicine with this Jupiter 6, nursing, clinical work, psychologically, physically, in any way that you can help others, you want to be there doing that service factor. 6th house also represents small domestic animals, and very often you can have quite a few pets with this Jupiter, or at the very least you have a great fondness for small animals. Sometimes you even work with them in some capacity. If Jupiter has affliction, though, in this 6th house, this can be expanded in somewhat of a difficult way, because this over-concern with cleanliness and order can even lead sometimes to obsessive-compulsive factors where you just cannot let go, and it can actually interfere with your own life in this way. Another factor, as an upachaya or expanding house, Jupiter the actual factor of expansion, you can expect that you are always having niggling health issues very often during life, but you generally work with them well and overcome them. You gain wisdom because Jupiter is wisdom in dealing with health issues, and people come to you because they know that you have this wisdom. Now, 6th house also represents conflicts with others and litigation. So Jupiter can unwittingly expand these. I've seen people have conflicts in their workplace, almost constantly having something which is annoying them, or some colleague that is difficult to get on with. This can be disconcerting, but if Jupiter has good aspects, these are easily sorted even if they arise. Very often Jupiter takes you into law areas of life as well, where you can make an excellent union boss or someone who is dealing with conflicts that other people are experiencing in the workplace. You make a marvelous representative in this way. One thing to be aware of, though, Jupiter's 6th house gives you a kind and benevolent heart for sure, but sometimes you become overzealous because Jupiter expands everything in your need to be of help and service and to fix things for other people. So sometimes people can see this as interfering rather than helping. So you need to moderate this in some way, but in general, though, you have a kind and caring heart, and that is surely a blessing in this world. Next point, let's consider Jupiter's beneficial aspects on your chart from your 6th house. Jupiter's fifth aspect on your 10th house helps your career no end. No matter what afflictions you have in this house, Jupiter opens doors for you, gives you new opportunities, new jobs almost constantly. Jupiter makes you notice for your helpful and caring attitude and your absolute dedication. You can even be a workaholic. You give 100% to your job. As I've said, you are excellent in medical field, helping field, social service field. You have to feel vocation because Jupiter is not selfish. Jupiter wants to give rather than take. So Jupiter is an excellent factor which always opens new doors, and you definitely get noticed by your superiors for your hard-working dedication. Jupiter's 7th aspect on the 12th house makes you very much enjoying being part of larger organizations where you can serve others. Again, like hospitals, asylums, prison, even sometimes armed forces. Anything where you are part of something larger than yourself and you are giving service in life. Jupiter very often takes you to foreign lands in your working life, and this can be beneficial unless there is affliction. But Jupiter makes you a very generous person. This is a house of expenses. You really give of your time, but also of your money to help other people. If there is affliction, you can be over generous, but let's face it, giving in charity to worthy causes is never a waste of anyone's resources. Finally, Jupiter's 9th aspect is on the 2nd house of family and wealth. This brings great good fortune due to past good deeds. You often inherit family property or wealth from your family. Unless there is affliction, family is fortunate for you and you are a great benefit to your family. Jupiter, though, definitely expands ability here to gain wealth. Jupiter makes you good with money. You save well, you invest well. You can make a mighty pocket of money for yourself over your lifetime, mainly due to your hard-working and dedicated attitude. Check out Jupiter in all the signs up on your screens right now to understand the karma behind your 6th house Jupiter. If you're new to my channel, sub below. Goodbye for now. God bless you all.